It's day 3 of no school for JCPS, and for the first time, the city is stepping in to tackle icy roads and tricky side streets to help get those students back in the classrooms.
Today, the snow team is expanding routes leading to schools. Jim Stratman joins us live on the roads with more. They're going to be getting started in a matter of hours, Jim.
Yeah, around 11 o'clock, those crews are going to start expanding the routes to take into account some of these side streets. Addie and I are going at a snail's pace along one of the side streets out here in the Highlands. We moved over near Bloom Elementary, and I'll take you outside the weather vehicle. You can see what we're seeing. Road conditions may be a little bit better than what we saw over in West Louisville, but when you get to some of these side streets, like we've been talking about for days, when you can even see to this car off on the right, it is packed in with snow as the plows have come through. They've created these snow banks and almost trapped some cars in on the side of the roads. This is what people are dealing with as they try to get out to the roads that are plowed and looking good. Now, the side roads are going to be primarily what crews start to focus on to help aid the buses. JCPS says that more than 40,000 students rely on buses to get to school, and many of its bus routes go down some of these side streets. Some don't look much better than what we saw on Monday. Another concern for districts are roads around the schools themselves. JCPS spokesperson Carolyn Callahan said yesterday that some parking lots are completely iced over, and they're working on that, along with checking entrances and exits to more than 150 schools to make sure that they're clear. Mayor Greenberg was asked if the city has the ability to treat all of these school bus routes.
Right now, we're going to keep going. We do have the resources to continue. We have salt that's still available. As I mentioned, we've used 25 million pounds already as we have 4 salt domes plus underground storage. So we have the ability. Our snow team has been working literally round the clock in 12-hour shifts. We can keep doing this for a few more days to help out.
The mayor said the city is going to reevaluate which routes get prioritized going forward. Now, Monday was the anticipated return to school for JCPS students after winter break. Now they're using traditional snow days, which means there's no virtual instruction. As you see outside, we're still on some of these snow-covered side roads in between 2 main roads that have been plowed and look actually pretty good. So right now there's no word on if school will be back in person tomorrow. That is something that we'll have to wait and see. That decision should come in at the latest by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Grace, Eric.
Jim, thank you. As crews work to get all the roads clear, people are noticing barricades of snow and ice left behind by plows. In neighborhoods like Germantown and Clifton, you can see as the plows continue to work, the snow piles grow higher, sometimes blocking off sidewalks and blocking in cars. Some folks look forward to getting back on the roads, and they're finding the additional work of digging out their cars to be frustrating.
So we were supposed to go to the hospital for some appointments yesterday. That got canceled, or we couldn't get out. Anyway, it's been a mess.
A lot of other streets seem okay, but Germantown, Shelby Park, it's looking a little rough. I'm just gonna try to prevent it from getting stuck, hopefully.
If there's an area you think needs more attention, you can call 311 to report it.
And crews have been hard at work restoring power to Kentuckians. Power outages across the state are now less than 200. That's according to LG&E. Fayette County is still seeing the bulk of those outages. No listed outages this morning in Jefferson County, and with another storm system heading our way that our meteorologists have been talking about for days now, Governor Andy Beshear is warning that we're not out of the woods yet.
So know that we have at least 2 days of frigid temperatures coming. We need you to be careful to make sure that we make it through these couple of days and that everybody gets through it safely.
At the peak of the outages on Monday, more than 93,000 homes were without power.
TARC is operating on reduced service again today, just like yesterday. 2nd, 12th, and 22nd Street routes will not be in service. The same goes for Hill Street, Portland Poplar Level Road, and Medical Center Circulator. All other routes, including those in Indiana, will operate at reduced levels. TARC 3 paratransit is still having difficulty accessing those tricky side streets that we've been talking about, so riders there should expect delays. TARC anticipates a return to full service tomorrow. We have the list of routes TARC is prioritizing today that will not be affected by the changes on the WHAS11.com homepage.
7 minutes after the hour, some other news of the day. The new attorney for Steve Lawson has asked to delay his trial. Lawson is one of the 3 men accused accused in the death of Crystal Rogers. And right now, his trial date is set for next month. Well, Lawson's attorney says he has concerns that he'll not have enough time to go through all of the evidence by then. Lawson, you might remember, fired his original attorney in August. Lawson has a status hearing that's set for tomorrow, and in that we could learn if the judge will in fact allow the delay. Brooks Houck, who is Rogers' ex-boyfriend, and Joseph Lawson, who's Steve Lawson's son, will be tried together in June. Both Lawsons are charged with complicity to murder and tampering with physical evidence. Houck is charged with murder.
LMPD has identified the 4 officers involved in the death of a man wanted for shooting an Orange County Sheriff's deputy Friday morning. Those officers are Joshua Trumbo, Robert Ross, Jan Dykes, and Benjamin Derby. The suspect is identified as 33-year-old Austin Shephers. Police say he was found at a home in the Jacobs neighborhood and then shot during a confrontation. Shephers was wanted for shooting Deputy Zach Andre in West Baden, Indiana. Indiana State Police say the deputy stopped to help who he believed was a stranded motorist, but when he confronted Shephers, he was shot. Deputy Andre is still in the hospital.